What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, I'm Delaney and I help high school athletes go from average to elite, and I do this through mental performance coaching. Something I stress to all my young athletes is that your physical capabilities are obviously a key foundational part to sports, otherwise, it wouldn't be a sport. But I have to say that Olympians and pro athletes, they would not be where they are if it wasn't for mental performance as well. So if you want to be elite, you've got to add the mental performance to your physical capabilities as well. So today I wanted to bring 5 mindset shifts for you young athletes that you need to have to step up your game. The first mindset shift is understanding control. Understand the difference between what you can control and what you cannot control. I just had a session with my client today and we were just catching up, and he had a tournament over the weekend, and he let me know that early in the count there was a pitch that was way over his head, yet the ump called it a strike. And he said that he really got into his head about it and it ruined the rest of the at-bat for him. And so I reminded him that whatever the ref calls, even though you know it's not whatever he called, that's not something you can control. What you can control is to look for your pitch, and if his strike zone happens to be higher, you've just got to adjust. Don't swing at things that are obviously, impossible to swing at. But if it's higher, and it's still not a strike, you may want to swing just because you know that that's his strike zone and you've got to adapt. Control what you can control. I understand it's easy to get frustrated by things that you can't control, like I just said, like umps calling bad pitches, the weather outside, teammates or opponents. I understand. There are things that are frustrating as an athlete that you can't control. But what you can control, again, is your preparation, your attitude, and your effort. Where focus goes, energy grows. So by doing this, it will enhance your performance because you're focused on the right things. Mindset shift number 2 is to embrace failure. Failure is feedback, and remember that. Failure is not something to fear, rather it's something to embrace. If you lose a game, don't ever say lose again. Say you learned. I either win or I learn. Shifting your mindset to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a setback is crucial for your success. Every loss, every missed shot, and every mistake that you've ever made in sports is a lesson that teaches you something valuable. Take it from Kobe. He would dissect film and notice every spot where he could have improved on, his weaknesses, his mistakes, and he would look at that and he would find what he did wrong or what he could have done better, and he just focused so hardly on those things and just did skills training on those specific weaknesses so that he got better. By having this mindset shift, you'll grow faster and become more resilient as an athlete. Mindset shift number 3 is to focus on the process over the outcome. The shift here is to love the daily grind, the practices, the hustle, the training, all the effort you put in the off season. When you fall in love with the process, the outcomes will naturally follow. And by doing that, you'll enjoy your sport even more. Fall in love with the journey, not the destination. Mindset shift number 4 is self-talk, which is probably my favorite in this entire video. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the power of positive self-talk, but we're also going to be talking about neutral thinking. The way you talk to yourself plays a massive role in your performance, and I don't care what anybody says, but that is the truth. So something that I've been telling everybody that you may have seen in shorts that I've made or reels, whatever, is that Harvard did a study that shows that negative thinking is actually more powerful than positive thinking. Now, I don't mean that it's, works in a positive way, that it actually is helping you, but it's to be more mindful about what you're saying. So what we say out loud, what we verbalize, is 10 times more powerful than if we just think it. And then negativity is 4 to 7 times more powerful than positivity. So when you add negative thinking to verbalizing it out loud, it's 40 to 70 times more likely to cause a result that you don't want to happen, or just a negative result in general. So shifting to a more positive self-talk and what you're saying out loud, like affirmations, will really increase your performance. And if you don't believe me, search up Bill Buckner, search up his interview before the World Series, what he said in that interview, and then search up his results. Exactly what he said he didn't want to happen happened, and it cost him an entire World Series. So if there's anything you do, at least eliminate the negative conversations that you're having or just negative things you're saying out loud. And even if you're joking, be really mindful, because your subconscious mind does not know jokes, so it doesn't see it as a joke. Stop complaining about the heat outside before a game, stop complaining about coaches, and stop talking bad about other teammates, because it will affect your performance, believe it or not. Start noticing when you're being self-critical about yourself and replace those thoughts with positive affirmations. Something that I do before every flag football game and every ultimate frisbee game is I say I am strong, I am worthy, I am confident, I am the greatest of all time, I am the best of the best. There's way more affirmations I just say to myself, but I just pace around the field, get familiar with the environment, and I just say those things out loud to myself. And believe it or not, I perform every single time, so try it out for yourself. And another way to do self-talk, like I said, is the neutral part of it. I would say to use positive self-talk before a game, and if you're performing well, to keep that positive self-talk up. And I wouldn't not use it, but there are some times in sports where like, you just are performing so badly where positive thinking is just not gonna work. And honestly, if somebody tells you to just think positive in that moment, you probably would get really upset with them. So for example, if I'm a quarterback and I just threw 4 interceptions in a game, thinking positively in that moment is just not gonna work. So the idea of neutral thinking is accepting the past as truth. Whereas positive thinking, a lot of times people want you to lie about the past and just focus on the future, when that's not how that works. So neutral thinking is looking at the past, okay, I just threw 4 interceptions, and accepting that that's true, taking all the bias out of it, and understanding that what you do next is not defined by your past. So for example, just because I threw 4 interceptions does not mean that the next pass I throw is gonna be another interception. So if you are ever in a moment in a game where you aren't performing very well, remember neutral thinking, accept the past is true, and understand that the next action that you make is not defined by your past. And the last mindset shift, number 5, is long-term perspective. It's easy to get caught up in short-term results, but you need to keep that long-term perspective. Set long-term goals and understand that improvement takes time. This generation is heavily loving in instant gratification with social media, and right when you post a post, you get likes right away. Things like that have just naturally programmed us into having a love for instant gratification, but what you need if you want to be an elite athlete is to fall in love with the delayed gratification. Get in the gym every day, do your agility workouts, whatever it is, do your mental preparation every single day, work hard every single day, and the results will show themselves, I promise. Having this mindset shift will help you stay motivated and committed in this present moment, even when things don't go as planned in the short term. So after watching this video, apply these 5 mindset shifts to your sport and notice the results start to appear in your life. And if you don't play a sport, actually use these mindset shifts in your life as well, and I promise you will see the results showing. Start implementing them one by one. Pick and choose one until you can get consistent with one, add another one, and just keep building the consistency until you have all 5 mindset shifts. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and share this with any other athletes you may know that could benefit from this. I love you all. Keep pushing, keep striving to become the best version of yourself. And if one of your goals is to become a pro athlete or just an elite athlete in general, hit the link in the description below and we can schedule a free call to talk that out. I love you guys so much.